It should be no surprise to hear that SFF will oppose the disallowance motion. Picture this, if you will, a cow ambling toward an invisible line, not with dread, but with the gentle nudge of a sound or vibration, a courteous prelude before the mild electric cue ever dares to intervene. That's the sequence that is etched in ink within the regulation. It's sacrosanct. Sensory warnings first, electrical only as a last resort, automated and boundary bound, with no room for human error. So no farmer is out there playing Zeus with a remote, zapping cows. Madam Deputy President, the cattle get more warning than probably we do as parliamentarians for most legislation in this place. Quoting, I note the interjection, quoting Dr. Alison Hanlon, a leading veterinary behaviourist, she says, cattle adapt with astonishing speed, associating auditory cues with safety zones, rendering the electrical prompt a rarity, mere whispers in the wind after initial training. Heart rates barely flicker and stress hormones remain. Contrast this with the old traditional electric fences that deliver an instant, unforgiving jolt. Anyone who's grown up around farms has either accidentally or not so accidentally tested that theory probably more than once, and I can personally attest to playing the daisy chain game with my mates with the electrical fences. It's not fun, and we didn't learn after the first time. But with virtual fencing, the animal is guided away before that point. The regulation unequivocally states that this isn't a free-for-all. It's a cattle exclusive, and it's grounded in evidence. So there are no collars for sheep or any other animals. It's just bovines benefiting from a system tailored to their bovine brilliance. The Department of Primary Industries reports virtual boundaries unlock rotational grazing's full potential, bolstering soil regeneration, pasture vitality, carbon sequestration, so better soil, healthier pasture and smarter land use. Rotational grazing is probably one of the best tools we have, but it's incredibly labour intensive. So virtual fencing lets producers move grazing areas digitally, and that means better pasture recovery, more even grazing and healthier paddocks. Virtual fencing can keep cattle out of creeks and wetlands and erosion-prone areas without building fences that wash away or fragment habitat. Wildlife can move freely, waterways are protected, and landholders can respond instantly to changing conditions. Physical fencing, alternatively, devours precious time and money. Kilometres of wire to erect, endless patrols to mend, only to crumble under floods that drown dreams or fires that scorch livelihoods. They can also betray, being the physical barrier between life and death for livestock, on occasions preventing stock from moving to safety in the event of a fire or flood. Virtual fencing allows producers to manage the stock inside their property without rebuilding kilometres of wire every time nature does what nature does. So disallowing this regulation doesn't improve animal welfare. In some cases, it actually does the opposite. No one cares more about welfare of cattle than the people who live and work with them every single day, sun up to sundown, 365 days a year. And frankly, disallowing this regulation is not protection, it's actually sabotage. It dooms animals to the very harm it purports to prevent. Throwing rocks at farmers from suburbs of Sydney, particularly when there is no reasonable interest in even understanding our farmers or modern farming practices outside of taking cute photos with calves, this disallowance motion highlights the serious disconnect from the realities of rural life, and frankly it reflects everything that frustrates regional people about politics. For generations our farmers have kept this country moving forward through droughts, floods, fires, market shocks. Their needs, their livelihoods and their expertise far outweigh social media profiles and token gestures. We owe them respect, not judgment from those who have never walked in their boots. This disallowance is misguided. We can support animal welfare and modern agriculture at the same time, and this regulation does both.